Brrrr-jing. How's it going, y'all? Shout out to Jack getting me started here. This is your boy Kavawon. How's it going, Van City? We're doing things a little bit different today here at the Beyond the Lyrics podcast. I'm running this shit myself right now. Jack is here as well. Our technical wizard here. And speaking of wizards, we have a very magical motherfucker up in the building. We're just going to get right to it. We're not going to do any of the intro we normally do with me and Ski. We don't got the banter partner. So we're just going to, and we got so much knowledge of the hip hop scene in Vancouver.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sitting to the right of me that we just got to jump right into it. First, tell this beautiful city and the internet who you are, sir.
What's up? I'm Lasparka. My catchphrase is giving hugs and spreading love. Love forces the movement. Love gang is the gang. And For Love is the store on 18th and Commercial.
That's a good plug.
Yeah, and we're doing love. I've been involved in culture and music in this city like since the 80s, actually. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So I'm like 53 now, but I'm like just like still living my best life, and I love music and culture and whatever I can do to help anyone's in the city. I'm always, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've definitely been a very visible guy. I remember the first time I had seen you in person was at Fully Loaded a couple of years ago when Disaster was in town.
Okay. Yeah.
Set the bar. I was a pretty dope event.
Yeah, Disaster, that's my dude. Like, even he came to Vancouver even before he battled here, and then like hung out with me, and then he came and battled Little G on my birthday one year.
I saw that battle online.
I mean, come on, bro.
Yeah. So since we're talking about Disaster, who's on your Rushmore of battle rap?
Oh, definitely Diz.
Yeah.
That guy's battled in like 4 different languages, like, and around the world. He is like, that guy's mind is amazing. Like, it's, and Pat Stay, rest in peace. Bender, rest in peace.
Yes.
Who else? I really love Big K. From town.
Let's hear the Vancouver Rushmore.
Ellipsis is dope.
Yeah.
Pigsty. I'd love to see him return. He's the homie. Fucking shout outs to him. Like, even back to Aspire was dope.
I remember Aspire versus Dirtbag
Emotions was dope. Fucking Mannix had some good ones. Like, and Mannix like one of my good friends too. Like, I really like and his kids are like my homies too. Like, his one of his kids passed a couple of years ago. It was really like sad or whatever. But his other kid I took to Shambhala for it wasn't actually his first year. It was his second year, but his first year really going because
it's Manic his first time going with Lasparka.
Well, Manic took him when he was 3 years old, so he has a picture when they used to have kids at Shambhala.
Oh, okay.
So like, and he actually got on one of the one guy who does like interviews there or whatever, where he's like, here's me at 3 years old, and like, this is I'm coming back. It's actually my second time or whatever, right? So now, like, I took Man's kid to Shambhala, and now he's a DJ. So,
nice.
Right. It's like
very influential.
I remember like going there. I'm like, this is what you'll do, and I'm like, and he's like, when we were driving up, because it's like an 8-hour drive, so he's like, I don't know, play some of my favorite songs or whatever, and I'm like, you're gonna hear these songs mixed by DJs like this weekend. I promise you, the first night, like he's like, hey, that's, you know what I mean? I'm like, I told you, like,
So, where did hip hop first kind of take a hold of your life?
Oh man, like when I was a teenager, like, you know what I mean? Like, and we used to go drive down the States to get NWA tapes and Eazy-E and stuff. And
I got my first Eazy-E tape in Seattle
Public
too.
Enemy, like that that was what I like. Beastie Boys,
Yeah.
Run DMC. Like I was there from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I mean. I was like, but like more than I think I like you know what I mean. When I was a kid, I wanted to be like Eazy or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, but now, now I'm like,
Now, who would you want to be like?
well, I think I'm like, I think you know. Ooh, that's tough. Like I don't know. There's some like Bob Marley or something, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say your energy kind of reminds me of one of my favorite rappers, Prof. You ever?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you
he's
remind me
dope,
of Prof.
he's dope, he's dope. Yeah.
But so it started with that, and where you did music as well.
Yeah, like even like my old shows, I have some like I was doing rap songs back, but I never really put them out. Just But some would show up on my old La Sparka show, which I'm re-releasing now and stuff on YouTube, and but I used to like I used to hang out with Check and Concise and shit with the kids and all the like Vic Vodka and like all the.
I still bump Raw
like
that Pete
Vic
Rumble
Vodka
joint,
was like he was doing songs with Ice-T and stuff and like back in the day, you know what I mean? So it's pretty dope. I used to hang out with those guys and then. So I was always around the rap scene, but I was like I started a metal band called Spleen, and then me and my buddies started a band called the Hard Luck Band, which was like we'd play like any style of music. Like we had country songs, punk songs, some metal songs. It was all about drinking, and then we gave out free booze during the show, and whoever drank the most free booze was the champ. And my homie Jesse would he lost twice to a girl, but then he always won it back. They didn't want to defend the title or whatever, But he's a madman. He like sang for like Cocaine Mustache and Cum Sock and like a bunch of Tendinitis, I think. Bunch of deadly like metal bands from back in the day and stuff. And then we had I remember we'd go on. I remember going on the tour with the Dayglow Abortions or whatever. So we're like in Whistler, and so I put a whole pitcher in this beer funnel or whatever. And I'm like, who wants to do a pitcher funnel? And this guy comes up from Whistler, starts getting into it. He gets maybe 1 pint in, and then he's like, no. And then, so I grab the pitcher of beer or whatever. And then the champ gets on stage, throws him off the stage, and then gets down and finishes the thing. And then I have footage of some of that stuff that I'm going to be re-releasing. It's just total madness.
And that's golden too. Content from 20 years ago. You know, the pre-YouTube era to be able to come
and have people I have
high value content.
I have some really cool people that I had on the show from Core Blonde, Dave Boyce, Sluggo's brother, Vic Vodka, bunch of Zimmer's Hole, Devin Townsend, all these different music acts and skaters and stuff from the town that most of them I'm still friends with, so I'm going to be able to see where
the 20 years later. That's
right?
That's amazing,
and
man.
some of them are huge superstars now, you know what I mean?
To go on since then,
it's smaller than they're way bigger now than they were then.
That's high value content. That's high value content. All the dedicated fans, that's that shit they dig through the internet looking for.
So
and it's
and I'm glad because they kind of just Pod TV, they don't have it on there anymore. So now but I have all the footage, so I'm just re-editing it and then adding interviews with the people now and just it's gonna be fun. So
nice.
I'll check that out and then at For Love, my store, we're just I'm about to do some new drops and stuff. We just I got any t-shirt or hoodie there is $20 a shirt, $40 a hoodie, just to get rid of what we have so we can. I want to do some Love Force drops with some people. And
why don't you shout out the address so people know where to go?
3387 Finley Street in beautiful East Vancouver. It's where Commercial turns into Victoria. There's a 4-way stop there.
Okay,
and we're just under the SkyTrain, and you'll see the For Love art and fashion. So so we're, you know what I mean, and I'm trying to get more into doing what you're doing here now too.
Eventually,
and talking more. And I just started Love Force Films, actually, with my buddy.
I saw that with the
my
Instagram.
buddy Mike,
yeah.
and so Mike does like films for all the movies, and he's just like the best dude, drones and stuff.
DCO?
So we made a video, DeBarros.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And so we made a video for Aspects, because Aspects played at our store last month for 420, and so we're about to release that. That'll be the first one, and then I think I'm gonna do some for Cody, and then what, you know what I mean? I'm gonna start to film. I need to start filming, like I need to like really get Love Force out and what it is. So I'm gonna start to do those films, and like, because like I've been working on this mission statement for years, and I'm just
have, man. I remember
I'm kind
when
of scared, because like I know I think the attention it's gonna bring, but I'm not sure if I want it, but I need to do it because love is the answer, and fucking God is leading me in this path.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
good.
I mean, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
you know what I mean?
exactly. It's manifested destiny. You don't know what the picture is, but you know the direction.
Yeah, but Love Force is basically like, it's like one love. Like I don't believe like God wants us all to be together.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? We're all going to be the same color one day, and like we need to help each other, not hurt each other, and like fucking, you know what I mean? Always lead with. It's just that the world has enough for everybody, and everybody should be good, and like a society should be judged on how they treat people who have it the worst, and like, you know what I mean? It's always the rich people complaining about the poor people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's just like it's like,
and through love comes creation. Through creation comes music,
and nothing
arts.
feels better than helping people. I'm telling you, like fuck. Money is just whatever. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
It's just
I
popcorn
need
at
to
the
get
movie.
to it to help more people. That's what Love Force is. You know what I mean? I'm gonna like I'm starting a website, and I'm gonna like a lot of the money is gonna go to charities and stuff to help to do the things that I think the world needs, like free clean energy for everyone, and like you know what I mean. Like the war on drugs is garbage. Like it's like we need to like take care of these people. Like the countries that have like legalized everything and used, like, you know what I mean, like actually take care of the people, and like there's less there's less problems. It's better for everybody.
Oh yeah, it's just a really convenient blanket statement.
Everybody's winning. They
for the
make
white
the
collar to
criminals,
step
they
on the
make
blue collars.
cage, you know what I mean? Like and like it's just like religion and politics just like makes us all fight and pulls us apart, and like it's just like I'm sorry, but God never wrote a book. God doesn't write books.
No.
Man writes books.
Yeah, exactly. It's the messenger that you got to
Right?
shoot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, so
absolutely,
I can't,
man.
like, I just, you know what I mean? I feel like as human beings, we need to build something better that's for everybody, not for just some people that do what you tell them to do, or you know what I mean? Right? Like,
I think what it is altruism needs to be popularized, because, you know, people who like to like post about the things they're doing, you know what I mean? Like they're charitable acts so they can kind of get a little bit of juice online, you know. Whatever, a good deed is a good deed, but you know, the intention behind it is the true energy resonance.
But at the same time, though, you know, there's so much negativity in the world, and the people that save animals, the stories I see online, and the people that help homeless people and stuff, like I'm like, those are the people that still give me faith in the human race. And there's still like love and goodness out there, you know, like.
And you seem like you're a pretty good guy. Like this, you were like this even before Love Force was a thing, right? Was this kind of your ideology, your belief system?
I think like I used to be an atheist, and I used to just not, you know what I mean? I was a bit of a dick and a badass or whatever, and I don't know, like I said, going to Shambhala and then meeting Willow, and just the people I met and what I saw, and like Shambhala is such a loving place, and like fucking, it just like I was like, why can't the whole world be like this? You know what I mean? And then like that's really what changed. And then like honestly, like I smoke DMT, and fucking DMT is in every living thing, and don't tell me it's not God's
I've
sacrament.
done that too,
You know what I'm saying? So like, And that was when I went from atheist to like a believer. And then I was like, now I need to, how can I fix what's broken? Because God wants us to be together, and the message being spread is wrong.
I'm curious of what your definition of God is.
Like
I'm
the
just
creator, the universe, like life itself, like everything, like there's no, like we are all God's children.
Yes, that's what I was waiting to hear.
If we, like, if God doesn't create life, we're not here. So we are God's children.
I kind of look at it like God is the motherboard, and each different separate consciousness, whether it's an animal or a person, a spirit even. It's like a thumb drive. You know what I mean? You go, you exist, because God's too grand to exist in a physical form, right? So God's too big to experience life.
No.
So he created us to go live, make our choices. We're essentially his Netflix. You know, you go when you pass, you're the new show that just got uploaded on Netflix, and then he goes through your life, sees your trials, tribulations, what you did, and he watches everybody's movie.
No, that's what, and I believe that's what, like when people say heaven and hell, like heaven and hell is like when you die, your life is gonna flash before you. Fucking, were you a good person? Did you help people? Like that's where, if you're fucking mean to people, like you're gonna relive all that. That's fucking hell.
That's your next life. You're coming back to
place, though. Trust me. Like, you know
that's
what I mean?
I agree. I believe that life itself, whether it's here or in other parts of the universe, it's meant for us. It's like a video game. You're supposed to live every decision, I think. Like your soul is evil in one incarnation. Your soul is poor. Your soul is rich. And I believe every time you come back, it's like you've read chapters in the book, and then once you've got it, some people get it quicker than others, you know. And then,
but it's crazy that like battle rap led me to the love. Like it's, you know what I mean? Because the people that I hung up that were helping me, like with sponsors and clubs and stuff, took me to Shambhala, and then it's a wild thing. And I always like my grandfather was like my grandfather and my mom and my uncle and my grandmother were like Hungarian refugees. So basically what Russia's doing to Ukraine now, they were doing to Hungary in the 50s. And then my family came here, and my grandpa was a big forestry guy. So he ran UBC forestry. So like when I spent like my weekends when I was a kid at my grandparents', and he would take me to the anthropology museum to show me like whose land this was and what, you know what I mean? They never took me to church. They taught me like he respected who the I have carvings on my wall that chiefs gave to my grandpa like 50 years ago.
That's
and stuff,
cool,
you know
man.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so he would take me there, and then my grandma volunteered at the planetarium. So I'd be going to the anthropology museum. I'd go to the planetarium and see space shows. And then they were members of the Arbutus Club. So I learned to like play tennis, fucking skate, swim, all that, like at my grandparents' on the weekend. Right. Yeah. So it was like, and now I see, like once I found God, I understood what my grandfather was trying to teach me.
The value
of what the natives believe. That's basically what I believe, you know what I mean? Like there's a creator, and life is all connected, and we need to make it all work together the best we can.
Yeah, I'm Polynesian. Our heritage is pretty much of the same belief systems. Mormons came out there, missionaries kind of, super influenced and changed the culture. But the original culture before that, very similar, there's legends on both sides, legends on their sides and legend on our sides of us, their people and our people meeting, on boat journeys and stuff like that.
Now it's the truth is coming out. Like the church came here and poisoned. Yeah. Like I feel like it's more like the devil's work than God's work. That they did. You know what I mean? Like it's like, I don't know, like all these like diddlers and fucking like
and the crazy thing as you get older, especially when you start to study spirituality, when you realize the true good was made bad. You know what I mean? It's like it's also it's like oxymoronic in how it works. Like nowadays conspiracy theory. They throw that on everything that they just don't want you to believe. But a lot of conspiracy theories from 20 years ago are actually true now.
Like, Love Force is about love and the truth, because the fucking truth is like it drives me crazy. Society today, it's like people just like, oh, if you say it 3 times, it's true. It's not. Science is real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
some science. Yeah.
But my uncle's like a DNA scientist. Like,
yes.
So like
at that level, yes.
I mean? He's helped like find cures to some cancers and stuff from actually experiments with mice that Trump was saying were the transgender mice.
Yeah.
Remember? It's not that, it was something else, and it's actually it's like DNA experiments on mice where they pull out strands and then see what happens, and then they find cures for stuff.
Oh,
and
okay. It's almost like a reverse engineering kind of way of doing it.
For like to help people. You know what I mean? And like find cures for stuff. Like they're not making transgender mice.
Yeah.
I promise. Although transgender mice would be cool to kick it with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They'd be chill. So, actually, why don't you, because we've been talking about it, but give people a bit of an idea of what For Love, the store, is, what they can expect in a visit to For Love.
Yeah, that's like, it's me and my partners, like Thomas, the captain, and Cody, and then we got Dorian and Riz, and both. It's a lot of me and Cody's art, and then Thomas has like Royal Thieves clothing brand. I have Love Force. Cody has Dreamland, and then we sell our art there, and trying to start to do. So we have put on shows there, and kind of It's a pretty cool spot.
Nice.
Yeah,
I was thinking,
hang out and do art all day and like, kick it with the homies kind of thing.
If we had our mobile podcast unit by this point, I would have been trying to trying to have this there. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
That's kind of what we're wanting to do.
We should set up one there. I've thought about setting up one with Manic actually, because like, you know what I mean. I want to just like I have like a lot of my best friends are native. Like it's just how it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy too. Like Aspects, Cody, and Pigsty, they're all native moms with Ukrainian fathers. So they're like half. And then, they're all, like, in my life, pretty like Yeah, shout out to Aspects, love gang. He's coming back next month. We're gonna like do some stuff and try to make some music. And
so is Pigsty still in, Van?
Yeah. He's editing my Les Barker show for me now.
Nice.
And building my website. So I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want someone to steal my ideas.
Yes.
But
there are the biters out there.
But it's coming, and it's gonna be the best site in the world. So get ready.
Nice. So getting it back to battle rap, because later the second half of this episode we're gonna have Mike Wild and Ellipsis here to talk shit, because they're gonna be facing off.
Wildcard. I forgot to mention Wildcard. He's dope too. So
I was actually watching their first battle. I didn't know they battled already, so I just watched that a couple days ago.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. That was still when Emotions was hosting.
That was a blast from the past. Watch, you've literally been here for the beginning, the inception, and watch the entire development of the battle rap community essentially out here.
I jumped actually the first. So I was just like at home watching. Someone posted Pat Stay versus Holohan.
That was my introduction to battle rap too.
On Facebook, and I watched it, and I was like, what is this? And then I started watching it, and then I realized it was in Vancouver. So then I'm like, I'm going to go show up to a show. And then the first one I showed up to was actually when Manic and Spite battled Manic and Spite battled Thesaurus and Ilmac.
Oh, the death
the
stare.
2-on-2,
the death stare.
That was my first event I went to. Yeah. And I remember I went up to Dave, like, give me a battle. I'm ready right now. Like, just like so stupid. Like, oh, fuck. And then he's like, no, you got to like, it's prepared. You got to
Yeah.
So maybe the next one. So I kept bugging him, and then he's like, I'm like, trust me, I could do this, and then he like gave me one, and then like my first one, like I got smoked really bad. And
Who was the opponent? You remember?
Apiola, my homie.
Apiola,
Shout out to him. Yeah, shout out to him. And then we like 2-on-2'd later. Like we became homies. But like I remember but I did a good one against Jewel Z, was really good, where it had the like hip hop's not dead, it lives in her mouth line, and like rock the room, and then kind of like I started helping Dave behind the scenes, and then eventually like he just wanted to go do more positive rap things, and then I just like took over the division. At first I didn't really it was I don't think I really liked it at first too much, like running the division. I didn't really want to host. I wanted to be kind of behind the scenes, and then I started hosting, and then eventually it was like I went to Shambhala, and then just changed my mind. I was like, I'm doing all this work, I'm gonna go have fun doing it, and I started dropping acid, and then and that's when I'd like found God and stuff. And it, like before, my catchphrase was like was stacking chips and pumping lips, like super fucking cocky asshole shit, right?
Yeah.
And then I'd fell in love, and I couldn't like say that shit anymore. And then like one event on acid, I freestyled like giving hugs and spreading love, and then I just started saying that, and then everyone started saying it with
now
me.
It's
and
the
like,
plug.
Yeah. And then Love Force started. Like Love Force 2 was like, Love Force was basically like I went to Willie, and I was like, I don't know. I think I need to go like spread love to the world. I don't know if I can do this battle rap shit anymore. Probably like after this event, I could just give it to you guys or whatever. And Willie's like, I'm not doing this without you. We'll use this to start this. And then he named it Love Force, and then it kind of then I made sense of it. Kind of, I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then like what it actually was. I'm still figuring out what it is, but it's basically like, one love, the fucking
it's probably
whole world
ever
taking care of
evolving
each
to
other, and like, you know what I mean, like no one left behind, and that kind of.
So it's kind of an ever evolving theme / goal / lifestyle.
Like I don't know if it's I hate religion, so I don't know if I want to
call it a religion,
but because I don't want to write a book, because I'm like, that's not, you know what I mean. But I'll tell you what God
you could call it a code.
But I'll tell you what God wants, and you can't tell me I'm wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want us fucking killing each other. You think he wants children dying?
No, definitely not.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
that's why I'm just like, sometimes I'm like, why? Like, the government votes and then spends our money on dropping bombs on the other side of the, like, why? That's the shit we should vote on. The whole country. Like, are we going to drop some bombs? Like, let's vote on it. I bet you the vote will be no.
Yeah, definitely.
The people don't want that shit. Who wants that shit?
Do you see a way out? Like, is there a way? Well, through Love Force, I guess.
Yeah. We have to. We got to break the system, man. The system is like the politicians' bank account increases and the deficit goes up. It makes no like. It's like you got like if you're a public servant, you start at minimum wage, and then when you do what you said you were going to do, then we'll give you some money.
Yep.
Like. Otherwise, like, there's no kickback.
That's kind of like how our jobs work, right? We have to perform well to get a raise, right?
So corporations, like, shouldn't be able to pay you off to vote that you're, like, that's...
Yeah.
It's bad.
Well, I saw someone on Instagram, I think it was yesterday morning or something, but I guess a lot of the ballots were filled out with pencils. Did you hear this?
Oh, mine was pencil.
Yeah. And that was the only option available. At a lot of the voting places was just pencil.
Yeah.
So, this is a hot take. A lot of people are not going to be impressed with it. Yeah. But that's why I don't vote, because I look at it like I'm validating a farce.
No.
You know what I mean? That's my vote, is to not vote.
I did just because my mom's like, we're going to vote. So I'm like,
well, I believe everybody, everybody.
I feel like that my 10-year plan too is like, in 10 years, I'm going to, like, look out, because I'm going to come and show you guys what fucking public service is. Like, y'all bitches.
Like, I've actually said that before. I'm like, I could see Sparka, like, getting a council.
Like, I don't care, like, about money. I care about helping people. And that's what that job is. That's what you signed up for. Not to help yourself. You signed up to help people.
Definitely.
the people. Like, you know what I mean?
It's good that you're setting an example for people, though, as in, like, the way you've lived. You've been a musician. I'm sure in that music you've communicated your message.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you've got the
I
films.
have the message. I want to make more music. Actually.
Yeah, exactly. So it's, I think a lot of people that's something to think about is, you know, I remember.
And those are the rappers I love that preach about fucking love and fucking, you know what I mean? Like the good shit. Like, fuck.
Yeah,
That's
like
the shit I love. Fuck.
you can create a platform to make your voice loud enough. If there isn't a platform for you, you do like this man does, and you just grind and you just keep chasing the carrot. It's in front of you.
No,
you know what I mean?
Like,
and
now
eventually,
I know what my life. Like, I'm gonna work on Love Force till the day I die. So I know, like, you know what I mean. This is like, and when I go, my friends and
Continue
everyone
the
is
legacy.
gonna continue it. Like, you can't kill this. Like, that, it's not dying. Like, we're either gonna save ourselves or we're gonna fucking kill. Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna take ourselves out, and like that'd be embarrassing.
I think a big thing is just taking the veil off on a lot of things. A lot of people make decisions just with the limited vantage point they get to see things, you know, because we're only shown so much. You know what I mean? We know as much as the elites want us to know, and then there's whistleblowers and people that'll dig up the truth, and you know they'll have a voice, but how many people want to listen to it?
Freedom is like, I'm a freedom fighter. Like, you know, people should be free to do whatever they want as long as they don't harming other people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And is there like a manifesto? Like, is there a main grand goal that you see happening? Like documentary?
I want the whole world to have like free, clean energy and no borders and no war on drugs. And I want people to take care of each other, and like everyone should have a home. And like, we got this. Why is like, it doesn't make sense. Like,
it's in the inventory. We're just not allocating
someone has
it.
nowhere to live, and another guy has like 4 homes and 3 private jets. And like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't, I don't know.
Definitely.
Because myself, like, I can hang out in any room. Like, I've hung out with the baddest motherfuckers and the world peace people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good everywhere. Like,
So do you feel like you were called? Like, does your when you look back on your life path, do you kind of realize I was made for this?
Yeah. Well, no. Basically, like in DMT, like God's been like, he's just like, you better go get this done, or you're a little bitch, and but challenge me, and
In those
you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come with it. That's the force part.
So you're gonna start doing music with Cody, or I'm just assuming
with
that
aspects and like in Cody, and I mean, we're gonna start some Love Gang shit, and like I'm gonna start DJing too, so that like
Nice.
I just like I feel like my taste in music is I want to mix the oldies with the womp womps and the like, you know what I mean, and so the new shit, and I'm gonna bring more like rap music to the dance scene, kind of like, because I know the songs that the ravers will love. You know what I'm saying? Like rap songs and shit that aren't English rappers.
Yeah.
No offense, I love them too, but you know what I mean? Like, I wanted some of my Canadian boys to, like, you know what I mean? Get some love and shit.
Definitely. There's a lot of talent in this city. Who are some of your favorite artists to listen to?
Definitely Junk.
Yes.
He's been my homie forever, and he's like, I've seen him. Like,
he was on King of the Dot back in the day too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did that. He did a song with Kasky, and we were at my house partying like 8 years before, talking about him doing a song with Kasky, and he manifested that shit. Like, so when it happened, I was like, yeah, bro,
that is crazy.
Stoked, right?
Yeah.
And then like Merc used to come co-host the battles with us. Like, I love Merc. I love Snacks dope. Like, there's so many. I'm trying to like Chatty-O.
Illegitimate for sure.
Yeah, Illegitimate's dope. There's like a couple Chinese guys, I can't remember their names, that are fucking
Oh, there's a guy that goes to the ciphers.
hitting it hard too. And Icon Hip Hop's killing it too.
Icon,
All
I
those
love
guys.
Icon Hip Hop, man.
I went to one of their things, like just like vibes for days, man.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I never actually really got to experience anything like that. Not,
Yeah.
I don't know. I grew up in Nanaimo, right? So everything was kind of like a junior version of what's over here. You know what I mean? So it was always never quite as big. So I always felt like I missed that block party era, you know what I mean, of hip hop. And
Cody's music's dope.
Yes. I bumped that album he did. It was probably about 3 or 4 years ago now. With, Ninth Wonder was the producer.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
And he's got a new joint coming out with Engineer. Also, Engineer's one of the best rappers I ever heard too, and he makes beats. He's worked with like Nipsey Hussle and like bunch of people. And
I had some homies out in Edmonton who worked with him actually. Jesus Murphy.
Yeah. And then I love those guys. Apiola makes dope music. Like Check and Concise, the old school.
Yeah,
I love Big
I liked
Vodka,
Pigsty's
fucking-
music too. Actually,
Pigsty was dope.
Yeah.
Man, I just hate that. If I missed you, I still love you. Don't worry about it. You know I'm high.
So, what
past
is
420? You know what I mean. So.
so what is your take on? Well, actually, this is kind of like a two-part question.
Yeah.
When would you say was the golden era of Vancouver battle rap? It could be now,
Oh.
if you want to say now.
No. Fuck. I don't know. I feel like there's a few. Like I did some big. One of my favorites was the Heart to Heart event we put on. So it was like a 2-day event.
That was a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah. And that was one of the last ones we did. Actually, I'm still like you know what I mean. I'm still hoping that Danik and then we bring the big show to here. Now I'm just like not. I just don't want to do like what I was doing kind of before anymore because it was a lot and like. And I got other stuff to work on kind of now, but I'd love for them to like come here once a year and do a big show or something. Like you always said, Vancouver. So I feel like a World Dom all compliment battles is what the world needs right now, right? You know what I mean, right? Yeah. So Ganik, if you're listening, fuck.
That's very on brand as well for Love Force. Holy shit, that
like,
is.
let's get everyone from the world here and make them be nice to each other.
Love
and
Force of
forget
Palooza.
about it, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm like, but I feel like eventually it's gonna happen. Like, but you know, and I'm just like I said, I'm trying to launch my show and Love Force and kind of just get into the music scene a bit. Because like it's just like it's music and art is like therapy for me. And it's been rough for a lot of people. And like for me, like COVID fucking hit hard. I like went from I like had to quit all the work I had and then just like was at my house, you know what I mean? And my mom was paying my mortgage. Shout out to her. I love you so much. And then, but then eventually like we both sold our houses and then we bought a farm in Aldergrove now. So now I live with my mom. Like she lives in the main house and I live in the barn or whatever. So I'm trying to build a club out there in the bottom. So look out for that. It's going to be called the Green Grove. And
Nice.
Like, but I was always like with my mom, like she's not going to old age home. Like I'm gonna take care of her. I'd like, you know what I mean? Like fuck that shit or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was always like when she retired, I wanted to be like by her. So if she needs me for anything and like, because like,
that's kind of how it used to be, how it should be.
Like, you know what I mean? I was blessed enough to have 2 fathers. They've both passed and I learned something from both of them. So like being a stepfather is like God's work, I'll tell you, like, you know what I mean? And like, but no one's done more for me than my mother ever, you know what I mean, in my life. So that's why I'm like, I'm a mama's boy. Like if you're mean to women, like I'm a be mean to you. Like that's how she rolls.
Yeah,
like my
yeah,
mom
yeah.
wouldn't have it any other way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Respect for the tear, bro. Respect for that shit, man.
yeah,
You live that shit. I love that, man. I love that.
I'm that, like, you know what I mean? It's like I always want to have a good time, and everyone knows I bring good energy and like always the love, but if you're mean to women, you can get the force, boy.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Stand on 10 toes for that, man.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
I love that. So,
and like I feel like too, it's like religion has got that shit twisted too. It's like women are the life givers. Like
divine.
We're not here without women.
Yeah,
like you
exactly.
we just need to protect women. Not that's our job. Like.
Yeah, I think that is definitely one of those things, like how, you know, all things that were spiritual were outlawed.
Yeah.
I think definitely the patriarchal system was designed ultimately to undermine the upliftment of
tell
people.
Women to what to do with their bodies. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're gonna make a chick that got raped have the kid. Like, are you fucking what? Like, it's crazy to me, like that.
Yeah,
someone would say that that's what, you know what I mean? Like, no.
And honestly, the people who pass those laws, I think it's every decision, it seems like is money motivated. It's because it's because they have a, you know, backroom deal with so-and-so,
stake in something.
Yeah, they're gonna make money off of it. They don't really care about the actual issue at hand. And it's just a lot of smoke and mirrors, and you know, truth will cut through that eventually. And you know, people can act like it's kind of like a cliche, but love and light is love and light for a reason, right? You know what I mean? And it always does persevere, and it does get, you know, it's darkest right before dawn.
No.
And
that's too, I believe, like, you know what I mean? I like the dark shit too, and like that, you know what I mean? I'm like,
you gotta integrate that
love
shadow.
Force is yin and yang. It's love and force, you know what I mean? But I'd like to be the force is more like, I don't know, like a lot of like, I not to toot my own horn, but I do some work that maybe the police can't do with like the young gangsters and shit, is that I teach them that the real power is being able to solve problems with your words instead of violence. And like, if you got to do violence, like do it well, I guess. But if you can do it without, that's using the force. Like, you know what I mean? That's like the real Jedi shit, like solving, you know what I mean? Everyone should be able to solve shit with their words. And I feel like that's why I love battle rap too. It's like, I see these guys say the worst shit to each other, and then we party all night together.
Yeah.
We become best friends for life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the
totally unrelated, but I'm just curious because you're a battle rap like guru type guy. Did you see that battle? It was Pass versus an AI.
No, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, yeah.
It's not even, like, at first.
Oh, no, we already did see it. Oh, yeah. And it sounded like my verse was battling him, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was not expecting it to, like, bar out like that. Like, you know, at the beginning.
I think it might have been my verse, though.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that was, like,
yeah.
for real AI, and it just had a female voice.
Maybe they AI'd my verse. I don't know. But she's dope. I remember, like, when Tony Hinchcliffe did he did the thing about Puerto Rico was like a fucking garbage, just an island of garbage or whatever, and then she like came out with a rap the next day, and she was like, you know what rhymes with Tony Hinchcliffe? Jabroni dipshit. Just like dying, and then just like fucking cooked him for another like 30 seconds or something. Was pretty dope. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to her. She's like so nice, and like I've seen her in Toronto, Cali. Like she's just like the nicest person. Like so good energy and like and such a dope rapper and battle rapper. You know what I mean? Like she does rap. She's done stuff with like the Black Eyed Peas. And
who are your top 3 battle rappers that make music? Like whose music is your favorite?
Eddie I, Big K, and probably like the Death Dealers. It's like Dirtbag Dan and Reverse Live.
Oh,
that
okay.
shit is yeah. They just cracked like 10 million on one of their joints. Yeah. It's like real like it's called like Death Dealers. So they just like it's just like gangster.
Yeah.
Shit, it's like
nice.
really good. They wear like masks and like it's pretty cool. Like
I haven't heard too many of like the newer guys doing music. A lot of my favorite battle rapper musicians are like kind of like the older generation, OG Hindu Kush, Flight Distance.
Oh yeah.
So
well, those guys too, yeah. And then like Junk used to battle rap, and so did like Merc did. Too, back in the day, you know what I mean. So like those guys too. But Eddie I and like and then there's and then it's also introduced me to other guys that like Fredo's really dope too. And
yes,
that's like him and
Great Muda. I love that song.
Yeah, him and Chase Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so dope. And then they make incredible music too. Yeah, and then Baby Franco's kind of but he doesn't battle rap, but he's like from there, makes music with them that I like. Yeah, love his shit.
Yeah. I like Pass's music too.
Some of that shit.
Yeah. Who are your 3 favorite battle rappers?
Yeah, active. Oh, I guess probably. Let me think. Like ones that I want like to see live. Sharon. Let me think. It's like I love Big K and let me see. I want someone from Canada that's dope. Franchise is really dope. Yeah. He actually just battled Mike Wild. So.
Yeah. I saw that. That was dope.
And they came out here, him and Riz, and they're like just super nice dudes, and like you know what I mean. I always connect with the people from out of town, and like I still go to all the battle events. I just like you know what I mean. Sit back, let it go, and then like you know what I mean. If I bring it back, it's just gonna be a big like blowout show with like one of the probably King of the Dot, or I don't think I'd come back if it wasn't, or you know what I mean. I had some like interest for maybe to work with Diz and Lush or those other guys for a bit, but I don't know. I just like I just like I don't know. I just feel like I just want if I want to do it again, and I want to do it with like the old team, you know what I mean. I want Diz and Lush to be there, and like I want to bring the whole team back together.
Yeah,
some
for
love
sure,
shit,
for
you know
sure.
what I mean? Like, yeah.
Grind Time North.
Yeah. But like like Gannick and Gully, and like I love like Chubbs and all those guys, the Wave Boys. Like fuck yeah, I love those guys. And like they always like you know what I mean. Like I was known for always like showing people the best time here, but then when I go to other people's places,
they return the favor. Nice, yeah. Nice.
Like I went
dope.
to Cali and I was on the like Dirtbag Dan show, and he, you know what I mean, hung out with those guys, and like they always like I shouts out to him too. Like he has like a I forget what it's called, but he has like a dog.
The dog rescue.
Yeah, dog rescue, and he like he's just like that. That's you know what I mean. I love him more because he does that shit. Like you know what I mean. Like fuck people that fucking rescue like dogs are like dogs showed me what unconditional love really is like.
No doubt. Over by our studio,
like if you heard a dog in front of me, you better fucking start running. Like I actually, if anyone has a job like beating up people that are mean to animals, like fuck, sign me up.
Yeah,
I'll work for cheap.
For the exercise.
Yeah. Oh.
Have you gone to the cat cafe?
I bet you could fit in that cage. Well, I'm allergic to cats, so I'm like, but
so
I still like cats, but it's not as bad now. Like I could hang out like at a place for the night now, but I don't think I could live with them.
Okay. We just got a cat in our place last summer, and the cat's kind of slowly taking over the house now.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Opal.
I'm a dog, and we got I had a couple dogs that they passed, and then shout out to Shady and Zoe, the greatest dogs ever, and then. But my mom still has 2 boxers, and we have like 8 chickens on the farm. So there's that. I get enough there, and then
chickens. You could make a small fortune shipping
like,
those to America right now.
I'm gonna get a rescue dog eventually, but I feel like the next few years I want to go tour and see the world and kind of do that thing and like spread my message or
Is there any particular places in particular that you have in mind to go to?
More I want to tour Canada, and then like.
Have you ever heard of Dom and Her before?
Europe probably. Like I'd love to go to Hungary. I've never been to Hungary, and my mom was born there, so I'd like to go there. I think we have some like cousins or something that you know what I mean. I could meet. That'd be cool.
I'm wondering if that door's locked there. If I should let Big Sam in.
Yeah.
you can just chop it up with our beautiful audience. I'll go let in Mike Wild right now.
What's coming up? It's Ellipsis versus Mike Wild team battles. Yeah, he's just going to let Mike Wild in. Sparka here. Yeah, if you ever an East fan, come by the shop. For love. There he is. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Good. Yeah. Yeah,
So-
here we go. Yeah,
Here,
he knows. I think.
Actually, you know what? You can just sit here, man.
I'm pretty sure you probably came into the scene just after I arrived, eh?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like right
Mike
around-
Wild, ladies and gentlemen. We're just
you
gonna
know,
jump right in.
Yeah.
Easy work, you know what it is, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Sparka, like, he was, when I started, Emotions was hosting, right?
Yeah.
And it was basically like two, 3 battles until like, 2 or 3 battles of mine, I should say, until Sparka kind of took over, and the rest was history, man. Fuck.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's been good, man. This
But
guy.
he took a break for a few years, but I'm happy to see him back because
I
like
appreciate
you
that,
know
bro.
what I mean. It's like
I appreciate that. We need
Do
some
what-
rappers out here.
do
know
what you
I mean?
love, do what you love.
For
You know what I
sure,
mean,
you know?
and what makes you happy, and like I don't know, like
know-
if you're good at something, you should do it as much as you can.
I appreciate that,
Yeah.
bro. Much love, man. Much love. And you know, like I always felt like I kind of added something to Vancouver scene that
Oh,
was
yeah,
like, that
yeah,
like isn't
absolutely,
like not
absolutely.
everybody else kind of
No,
does, right?
yeah,
So-
absolutely, yeah.
which is rap good. No, but anyway.
Yeah.
We already on it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody why you're here and what order of business you have coming up very soon?
Well, May 24th, we have the biggest battle in the history of Vancouver battle rap. The rematch that people have been asking for years, 12 years to be exact.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to get that one back, and I'm ready to put my. And for those
I remember
who
the
don't
first
know,
one. Was that Ellipsis' first battle?
That was Ellipsis' first like live battle. Yeah, that was his first live battle, like
Was
organized
it?
battle. I think
Yeah,
he
no,
kind of went
he battled at his school
he went
and went
viral,
viral.
yeah, he
at
went
his
viral at his
school,
school.
and then
Yeah.
Dave's seen and got him.
That's
yeah.
right. That's right.
Like he has a like over 1 million view battle from him in high school.
yeah. Yeah, you didn't know
Yeah,
this, eh?
yeah.
I've heard like
Yeah.
Yeah, he was kind of like he was like a bit of a prodigy, you know, like he kind of
Yeah.
like people were
But
like,
it really
okay,
took him.
like-
It took him quite
For
a few
sure.
battles to like he didn't really like
Yeah.
and then he got it like GZ against who was it, the guy from the States, the-
Madflex.
the Christian dude.
Was it Isaac Knox?
Yeah, Isaac Knox.
Yeah.
in
For World Dom Day 3.
for World Dom Day 2, and he
Yeah.
did a whole round about like because he was a
He went viral for that, for
Christian
sure.
guy, and he
Yeah.
broke down religion and went viral for it, and then they started giving him main page matches.
Right. So
and-
back to what I was saying. Mike Wild versus Ellipsis, May 24th, Set the Bar, Vancouver. Set the Bar presents Rivals.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and this guy have been adversaries, or, you know, it's not like I don't like the guy, but we've always kind of like filled our own lane within the space of Vancouver battle rap.
Yeah.
And now it's like, this is for like GOAT status, you know? this is for like, this is the best to ever do it in Vancouver. Like, so I'm
yeah,
super
Wildcard
excited.
doesn't do vegan, you know what I mean?
No,
So-
hell no. Neither does he, bro. I seen that motherfucker eating meat. Facts, bro.
Oh, yeah.
We gonna get into that. Actually, I haven't written anything about that, but
Where
I will
is he?
now.
Is he coming soon? or-
Well, I don't know. I've been sitting outside for a little bit. I didn't see him. He'll probably be fashionably late, I imagine. But yeah. So
Can I
like,
go out and smoke? You guys talk for
for sure. I'm gonna break this down for everybody
yeah.
listening. So what we got going on is like an Ultimate Fighter style draft.
Okay, cool, bro.
And basically, it's Team Mike Wild versus Team Ellipsis. Where is there? That's the camera right there.
Yeah, right
It's
there.
Team Mike Wild versus Team Ellipsis, and we drafted guys kind of like the Ultimate Fighter, where I'll draft like 6 guys, he'll draft 6 guys, they all battle each other, and at the end of the night, we battle each other, and each undercard battler, for lack of a better term, gets 1 point for their victory, and me and Ellipsis is worth 3. So and all the battles are going to be judged, which is super crazy, especially now.
I love that.
Like the last, 8 years or whatever, it's been like, all you got to do is have enough people say you won, and you won, right?
Yeah.
And I'm just as guilty of it as everybody else, but like, battle rap is competitive in nature, and there has to be something at stake.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why are people going to be interested in it? So I'm ready to put it all on the line, man. I'm ready to go to war.
Oh yeah, you've been talking like this for a minute, man.
For sure, bro. And and I got a lot of respect for Ellipsis. Ellipsis is like, he's like family to me in a way. But having said that, fuck all that. I'm gonna smoke him. And this is for who's the best, and I think Vancouver needs a new face. We need a new creative direction, and I'm gonna be the guy that spearheads that.
Nice. So, I think I kind of know what your strategy was, but I will go ahead and ask. Oh, here he is.
Oh, there's the guy right there.
I was gonna go and ask. Did you have a strategy in drafting? To me, it kind of just looked like you were trying to get Bib Gang
facts
together.
That's what it was. Riding for my fucking boys, bro.
Yeah, hell
you
yeah.
know what it is.
Hell yeah.
100%. And you know what? I'll be honest, bro. If I got first pick, I would have took Jo too. But because Jo's a dog. He's a beast. He's a motherfucking problem. Like Lil Wayne said, but. I had to, once he took Jo off the board, it was a no-brainer for me. I had to pick my guys, and I know that this opportunity means as much to them as it does to me, and I have faith in my guys that they're gonna, elevate themselves and reach that next level.
So I missed the draft. Did you guys decide the matchups as well?
So we basically, what ended up happening was we flipped a coin for first pick, and then we did snake draft. He did first. I got 2-3. He got 4-5. I got 6-7. So on and so forth.
Yeah.
And then for the draft, we kind of flipped it so that I was able to pick the first person, or maybe he was picking the first person, and I picked the next guy to battle. We kind of picked the matchups opponents together. He's like, okay, I got creative. Who do you want to? Or I think he asked me who I wanted from his team, Billy Shakes to face. And I was like, let's go creative. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna put up Aaron. Like, who you got for Aaron? And then we kind of did things like that. We kind of laddered it back down like that. So there was a lot of strategy involved. Yeah. Right. And I picked a lot of good rappers, a lot of good MCs. He picked a bunch of washed up old heads. So. And Jo, shout out my guy.
Nice. Okay, well, we've got your opponent outside right now. I'm running
I don't
a
want to talk too
solo
much
ship
shit.
right
He can't
now.
hear nothing. So
I want to get him in here. I want him to hear all the shit.
sure.
So I'll be right back.
Yeah, I got you.
Keep hold the fort down. Tell him what you're gonna do to this man.
100%. Well, if you guys know me, you know what I do. It's gonna be easy work, man. And I'm excited for this opportunity. I couldn't have done it without my guy Lips just coming in right here, but he's about to come in here, and I can talk all the shit I want to his face. So I'm ready for this.
Oh, that's all good. This whole episode has kind of been roughly thrown together. There's another host that's normally here, an engineer that's normally here. I'll let you jump in this seat here.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
I'll ask a few questions to get you warmed up. We already got Mike started, so.
I was talking a lot of shit already.
Oh yeah. Okay. I figured as much.
Yeah.
Going to the territory.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now we have Mike Wild's opponent here. Maybe let everybody know who you are.
Absolutely, yeah. It's Ellipsis, a.k.a. Glueasy Mangione, a.k.a. Bao Zedong, a.k.a. Noam Chomsky. You know what the fuck it is, man. Good to be here.
Nice. Thanks for coming out here. You got a pretty big event coming up next month. Why don't you tell us about your side of things?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, this month actually, May 24th.
3 weeks, man.
It's May Day. Happy May Day.
For sure. Don't tell Mike. And now it's May. Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. Yeah.
That's the benefit of Mike not being here for it.
It's the benefit of you not being on Facebook is that you don't gotta watch Mike's stuff.
Bro, why do you think I left? Let's be real here.
Yeah.
But no, absolutely, man. May 24th, Rivals is going down. Me and this guy, my first battle.
Yeah, man.
Actually, that was the one that got me into this
almost
shit.
13 years ago, bro.
It's a trip, bro. Like, we're old.
It's crazy how this thing has come full circle. You know?
Absolutely, no.
Old,
This guy was old when we started. We were kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's the elder statesman here.
Yeah.
No, but absolutely, it's a full circle. Like I've been saying, this is the rematch that's a decade plus in the making. I think obviously the battle we had initially is not the one we're gonna have now.
No,
absolutely. There's so much more seasoning. I think there's so much more development of both of us stylistically in the interim since that first battle and it's just gonna have so much more significance to the city. Like there's
a lot at stake, and
absolutely.
I would not be surprised if. At the end of the day, this is the best battle Vancouver has ever seen.
Like
that's what I'm shooting
the mission
for.
Statement.
That's what we're going for. Where this is going to be not only the
100%.
biggest battle that Vancouver's ever had, the most important battle from Vancouver versus Vancouver that it's ever had, but it's going to be the best. It will be like that. I know this.
Fact.
I know that we motivated each other for years. You know what I mean? So like,
absolutely.
he wishes he could do what I do. I wish I could do what he does. And now the style clash is gonna be crazy, man.
It's gonna be
exactly.
Bside versus Aspire again.
Exactly.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one of those
right?
flagship moments, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, you're gonna see like two very different styles, but executed at their epitome.
100%.
Like, that's what it's gonna be.
100%.
And if you fuck with what I do, you're gonna love what I'm doing here. If you fuck with what he does, I'm sure you're gonna love what he does.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be executed to that nth degree.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Mike. Did you have a drafting strategy going into the draft?
I did, and I was astonished in real time to see him facilitate it. Realistically, I'm like, I've got my list of folks, and I've got them ordered in sort of the priority I want to draft them in, and he's got a team that's comprised exclusively of people who wish they were my fifth pick. Like that's what it is, bro. Like I got everybody I wanted. I'm so happy with the composition of my team. I've let them know like this is the team I envisioned for Team Ellipsis, and I'm so excited to see that come to fruition.
It's funny you say that because like I feel the same way about my squad. These are the guys that I wanted. These are the rappers that I wanted. I feel like each of the guys that I drafted has something to prove, like really has something to prove and is ready to like elevate themselves to that next level, right? So I'm hoping that like these guys like us take advantage of this opportunity and seize the moment because we got Gobi versus Stevie P, for instance. We can work up the card. Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that?
We can talk some shit about the matches.
100%.
Absolutely.
So I mean, first off, we got Billy Shakes versus Creative, and as far as I'm concerned, Billy Shakes is the only guy that can defend Creative's pandering bullshit. Like he's the only guy.
Okay.
He's the only guy.
Let's talk.
He's the only guy that Creative can not try to play the pity party in front of, because Billy Shakes is fucking Billy Shakes. Yeah. So like, how are you gonna play that shit with Billy Shakes?
Yeah. Billy, you fight back,
the
bro.
social
Your captain doesn't believe in you.
No, I'm saying he is.
This is terrible.
He is all-time social justice warrior. Okay, that don't work very well with Creative, bro. You know what Creative does? And shout out Creative, but you know what I mean. Like
Creative's about to smoke him, bro. Like it's an uphill.
We'll see how seriously he
I fuck
takes
with
it.
Billy too. Like I feel bad, bro. Like I don't believe in you, and your captain doesn't believe in you. That's crazy.
Oh, I definitely believe in Shakes.
No,
I wouldn't have picked Shakes for Creative during the draft if I didn't think Shakes could beat Creative. So I mean, like, I think if Shakes takes the right angles here,
I think it's the most interesting battle for both of them. I will say that. I think
there's
they're
a
gonna
lot. It
challenge
could
each
go
other
a
in
lot of
way
different ways
that
for sure.
None of the other matchups would have. In that pool.
You can kind of, if you think one guy's going to win each battle, you can kind of see how the battle's going to go. With Shakes and Creative, I kind of don't really have any idea of like how it's going to happen. So like, because it depends on which version of Creative shows up. It depends on which version of Shakes shows up. So
Shakes has been elevating. Like
he's been doing pretty good for the last little while. But
like,
Creative is.
We were in Cayuca together, bro.
That's
like,
true.
You saw what Creative can do.
Yeah, his His crowd control is incredible. He has a great stage presence,
No,
and
his projection, his humor,
for sure.
The charisma is on
Even his
11,
pace,
bro.
Just the timing.
Exactly. Yeah. He's a difficult opponent.
Now, the one thing I will say is that obviously, with things being judged, the time limits are going to be a little bit more strictly enforced, and I think that favors Billy Shakes as opposed to Creative, because Creative likes to do a little bit of freestyling and rebuttals and stuff, and then get into his bag, right? I don't think he has room for that. So I hope he knows that, because I think Billy Shakes, if he does that, Billy Shakes is going to have the denser material. He might have a little bit more to say. Creative might have the bigger moments. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be close for sure. I got respect for both. I got respect for everybody on this card.
And like I'm gonna be talking my shit, but
100%.
I appreciate everybody that's on this card. I've got a lot of respect for what everybody does, and everybody brings something a little bit different to this.
For
as
sure,
well.
100%.
Like there's a diversity of styles that's on display.
Yeah, absolutely. Having said that, it's gonna be a sweet get the brooms out.
Team Ellipses, bro. I'm spitting my lizard person rounds because I'm gonna be up 7-0 going into the main event.
Holy.
It's a wrap.
Well, you know what? Even if you are up 7-0 and I get that, I still got that. So that's the only thing people are gonna remember after this. So. No, I'm excited for this, man. Like, yeah, Shakes and Creative should be good. I think what's next on the card is it who am I missing?
Is it Funko and Aaron? Is that
second?
Is that what I think
second
that's
battle
second
on the flyer?
card, which is crazy.
I think so.
Like,
yeah. I don't know if those are actually. It's actually going to be the order of the battles.
Yeah, we'll
or
see.
whatever.
I think we'll play it by ear.
But that's probably right. And like, yeah, this is a big one too, because like Dysfunctional is a vet. I battled that guy.
Yep.
I smoked his boots like 7-8 years ago. I was like his second live battler, something like that, right? Yeah. Like much like yourself. But he's grown a lot.
Leaps and bounds.
He's funny. He's original. You battled him. You know what it's like.
Absolutely. And, and he's just so left field. He's so unorthodox with the approaches he chooses. Like,
yeah, but I will argue that Aaron is one of the most, or Aaron, I should say, is one of the most improved battlers.
Yeah, you said the name wrong.
I did say the name wrong. I did say the name wrong. Oh, that's my guy. You know, I call him by his name. It's Bib Gang.
You get to call him Aaron.
What are you gonna do if fucking Wild Card acquires the little G Ghost Riddens though?
I was trying to
seen him reaching for him.
I'll tell you this, Ellipsis, because I didn't. Because it's not gonna happen. But I definitely like hit up Lil G, or I was trying to get a hold of Lil G and was like, "Yo, like, can I get him to the battle, like, to close my third round type thing?" It would have been so sick.
That would have shut
shit down. Like, battle's over.
Go.
Yeah.
Like this.
He's hoping you don't know.
He's
we're jockeying over 2 and 3 in this.
We got mad love for Lil G, man. I heard he was in a treatment center in Williams Lake, so he's getting better. Okay. Got mad love for him, man.
Salute to him.
I saw it. Yeah, Ruthless
Everyone
actually.
loves Lil G, like, or else.
Ruthless actually sent me a picture of him and it was dope.
That's good to hear, bro.
Yeah, it was cool. But yeah, no, Aaron and Dysfunctional, like, I just think like this is Aaron's like big moment to like first of all prove himself against like an East Coast guy. He hasn't like he did Raiden Black pretty dirty, but like Raiden Black I kind of consider more like an Alberta battler these days.
Yeah,
he lives there now, right? So
fair, yeah.
But like if you beat Dysfunctional, like Beast Mode is gonna start paying attention. Like like CRB, he's already been on CRB, but he's just gonna elevate himself to like, in the top 5 out here, or just get into the top 5. So he's got a lot to prove. Yeah. He's got a lot at stake, and I think like he's been able the last year or so. He's been able to rise to the occasion. Pretty much ever since the Coleslaw battle, you've seen like him rebound and kind of just keep going up and up and up. And with Dysfunctional, it's just like I don't know. I think Aaron might just be a little bit more of a presence in there than Dysfunctional, but.
Yeah, no.
Go ahead.
Like I've talked to Dysfunctional. He knows what he has to do. I've heard some of his stuff. It's amazing. It's gonna go in directions people don't expect. I'm very excited for what he's gonna do, and I want to see Aaron get more opportunities after this. And I think it's cool to see him going up against a Beast Mode guy. And I hope that leads to opportunities. Beast Mode. Yeah. I hope that leads to opportunities for him because I think he is a very promising prospect in our scene. But Dysfunctional is just bringing a lot that I think is going to be very difficult for him to counteract. I think Aaron is very straightforward, and Dysfunctional will just be approaching from a lot of different avenues, and I think that's going to be difficult for him to maneuver against because he hasn't had to before, realistically.
Right. No, I hear what you're saying. At the same time, it's like, if Aaron can get to that next level, is that going to be like enough just to because the one thing I will say about Dysfunctional is he kind of lacks like, and it might work a little bit differently in Vancouver, don't get me wrong, because they like different things out here, but I've seen him get punched around a couple times. So I'm just wondering if Aaron's presence and his delivery and his charisma is going to be enough, is going to get him over. That's why I think he's going to win the battle, but we're going to see what happens.
We're going to see. I will say, I know Dysfunctional is planning for a Vancouver crowd, and he's a very
for sure, and he's
operator.
smart.
Exactly.
No, I know exactly what you mean. So yeah, for sure.
How about I'm looking forward to Shine 9 and Patron.
Okay, so this is the one. This is the one that I'm like, Shine is going to 30 rock Patron. Easy work. 30 rock.
Shout out to my brothers in Team Slick Talk.
Patron is just like, he just don't care enough, bro. He just don't get, like, he's a good rapper.
Bro.
Cool, bro.
He's a great
like,
rapper, bro.
Shine is conceptually gonna fucking run circles around this guy.
No
way,
out
at Freezerburg, man.
The flower round? Yeah. The botany? Yeah, that shit was hard, bro.
A fucking 2 Lips bar in 2024. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Patron 3-0 off the strength, my guy.
I don't know, man. Like, Patron, has Patron ever won a battle in Vancouver? Did he beat G-Show? Nah.
Did he battle G-Show?
Yeah, he battled G-Show.
Sully.
He battled G-Show. Fade away. This shot was a step back. That was against.
Word.
Yeah.
That
was against Patron.
Yeah, that was the set the one.
Have I battled G-Show yet? No, I haven't.
Yeah, bro, he's ducking.
Yeah.
I don't want the show to arrive. So.
Yeah, G-Show's just like sitting there like Shao Kahn watching us two battle.
Exactly.
Just waiting for you guys to wear each other out.
He fucking comes in for the kill.
Come in with the money in the bank case.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah. He's got the folding chairs.
Facts. He's cashing in his money in the bank.
Patron had a really good battle in the Nanaimo against Rev.
Oh, Sully smoked him too, by the way. Oh, you know what?
He did.
I never saw that one. My mistake.
I actually got to do the homework.
My mistake. And you know what? I almost like. Island battles are like its own thing, like, you know, like, I don't know, like, I don't want to say it like that, but they're like, but they are, like, they are. They are.
It's a different environment. It's a different, you adapt to it differently.
Yeah, it's like Castlegar, exactly, bro. Fuck, those are the days, man.
Oh yeah,
still whipping that G.
Shout out to Peter Payne, man.
Yeah, facts. Shout out to Peter Payne. Shout out Junk too. Junk battled Sketch Menace on that car.
Artists camping that Jeep's been in.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. We put some miles in on that thing. Man. I got some stories I can't say on here.
It always gets me there.
Yeah. No, Shine, like, I think Shine is really starting to like hit his stride. Yeah. He's like
he cooked you. With you. So.
Yeah, he cooked me. Unreal, man. You can't call me a chicken for a whole round and think you won the battle.
Shine,
but having said that,
doesn't believe in you.
You got no. I definitely believe in all my guys, and if anybody, I believe in Shine. Anybody I battled, I believe in. Like. Or else I wouldn't battle him. Like, that's a fact. You know what I mean? So, cool. Like, I battled. The reason why I battled Shine was because I knew. You look at before I battled Shine and after I battled Shine. Yeah. What kind of battler has Shine become since then?
Yeah. That's how I feel about Dysfunctional too, though.
That's true. You know what?
You get you know what? I see the level up. I see the learning.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, for sure. No, you know what? You're right. But
I also respect both of you guys for always taking, like, you'll take your shots, but then you'll also like go back and help the other.
You got to give back, man. You got to give back.
No,
100%.
Reciprocity, bro.
You know what I mean,
that's the only way there's development in the scene.
100%.
You take the time to foster the.
That's how you know. That's how you know you got two guys that like take a lot of pride in what they do and really, really care about this shit.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason why I need to battle somebody like Benny, for instance.
Yeah.
And like Benny, that might be the one I came since I came back that I kind of feel like I lost.
he kind of was wilding on
He
you.
was kind of wigging out on me. That's like the one though.
Like
but
it's
that's
still the Fan City sweep.
But that's easy, still easy work. But having said that, that's what you want. You want guys to like take the advantage of that opportunity and
100%.
learn from battling you, right? And I feel like Shine has learned a lot, and I feel like ever since me and him battled about a year ago, his battle with Benny was really good. His battle with Censored was really good.
Nuts.
He was wigging, and I've heard his material for Patron, and it blows anything he's ever said out of the water.
He's done already.
Yeah, he's done already.
And
This was like a week ago.
You guys have both
Right?
done a lot of out of town battles too, and that's what in different.
Let me ask
leagues-
you something, Alexis.
Different leagues, and that's what brings attention. Back
How much
to
have you?
our scene,
How
you
close
know?
are you to finishing writing?
Oh, bro, like I don't even know if you saw the shit I photoshopped earlier, but I spent more time on that than I've spent on material so far.
You're also like, and I said this in the group. You're like the Rain Man of this battle rap shit. You just like probably sit in a dark padded room and just like bang out three
I just gotta log in,
8-minute
bro. I
rounds
just
and
gotta log in.
fucking yeah.
The crazy
No, I'm
thing
about
is,
halfway though.
Like,
so
like
just
yeah, I already have like
Danicus-
more than enough material, but I haven't started writing.
yeah,
That
I
makes sense,
hear
you
you.
know what I mean?
That's-
Danik has
this guy's
called him
out of
the
his
best
mind.
best writer in battle rap.
I don't disagree. You know what? I think this guy.
appreciate that.
I think this guy is
yeah.
world
That's
class
good.
writer.
Yeah.
But what I am is a world class rapper, and this you don't can't spell battle rap without RAP,
We
baby.
gon' see. Yes, sir.
So on to the next one.
On to the next is Gobi Stevie P.
Oh.
This is so interesting to me.
This is because this is like I mean, there's generations on this card, right?
100%.
But this is like generations
a torch
on generations.
Stevie is
Like,
the
this
oldest
is-
active battler in the scene.
for sure.
and he's been
Like, he's-
continuing.
He was there
active.
before all of us,
That's
and he's
crazy.
still out here. Like
he will supersede.
He
us,
battled
yeah.
like when it was like Manic was hosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
he'll still be doing this once I'm done. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's,
Yeah,
he'll-
Absolutely.
he's
No,
the-
he's-
yeah. Back
like-
when Manic was, that's
I
like
remember
the
he had
first
like
ones.
13 losses in a row and kept going.
Yeah, that's true. That's crazy.
Because
man.
I remember when he and Cope battled, that was because they had
Yeah.
the longest losing streaks at
Yeah,
the time. And
yeah,
Cope wanted to
yeah.
take that off.
Yeah.
But he has kind of rebounded lately, and I had a
he's
pretty.
No,
his
he's been
groove.
sunning kids.
He's-
I had a cool
He's
little
been
battle with him at
sunning
Icon
kids.
not too long ago. We had a
Yeah.
rematch, so yeah, that was pretty cool. But Gobi, this is Gobi's moment right here, man.
I know he's hungry.
I
bro.
think this
I
is
know
it.
he's
I think
hungry,
like
but
how many times can Stevie stave off the guy that's trying to take his spot before he gets a little tired of it, before he gets a little weary, before he
gets a
needs
little-
a nap and a cigarette, you know, and then
someone
another
too, like-
cigarette, and then he wakes up from his nap, has a cigarette, goes back to sleep, has a Nick dream, wakes up, has another cigarette.
that's
think
Stevie
Gobi's
though,
one of the
bro.
most
He's
improved
gonna be
battle
like
rappers,
sleeping
too.
during
that
Gobi's
again?
rounds
I
and
think
sunning him during
Gobi's
his.
probably one of the most improved battle rappers.
Oh, for sure.
100%.
That's
yeah.
Bib
Like,
Gang,
from
you know
when
what it
it
is.
started.
So
to
salute to
now, he's,
Gobi.
like,
I'm
really
a
good.
fan of his for sure.
Yeah.
But
I think the
there's-
punch count might be and this is where it gets interesting is that like Gobi is gonna obviously have more material. It's just that is Stevie's material gonna hit like Gobi? So that's where
I
things
feel
get
like
interesting.
Stevie is from an era that predates punch count. I
That's
feel
true.
like that's a different evaluation of battling, right?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like it's completely off the aura. It's about the character that you paint and the way you approach.
He is good
your
at that.
opponent.
He is good at
And
that.
yeah, he will just I think make Gobi look small.
Experience is on
And
his
I
side,
think
for
yeah,
sure, but
absolutely,
yeah.
bro. It's the
I wish
experience
these guys were here, man.
Yeah.
Like
I
we should have more people like talking
try
shit.
to arrange this
Yeah,
and have
yeah.
the whole event
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
shit to each
Absolutely.
other.
Fucking-
One of these days we're gonna try and do that. He came for the first time we had actually.
Yeah, me and Shine did a little thing, a little
Oh,
face-off
sick.
thing.
That's
Yeah, it
probably
was
my
cool.
favorite episode too, just because the energy of that. So that's why.
But if Mike, if you want to set the bar high, you should have Sparker co-host this battle.
There you go.
That's some
No, we need
legacy
some
shit,
we
right?
need some OGs in the building,
Absolutely,
bro.
Yeah. We gotta
Shout
get
out like Gingerbread and Pat too, or Patch. Like these guys
Yeah,
are. We
let's
have
talk about
root-
the judging.
Yeah, let's
panel
talk
real
about the judges
quick, 'cause
real
That's
quick.
so esteemed. Like I'm so stoked.
So you
with
got
everybody
Patch.
who got involved.
You got Ruthless. You got G Show. You got Pathogenic, Gingerbread Man, and I'm missing two guys.
Former King of the Dot champion Sketch Menace.
Sketch Menace. Unbelievable. I forgot about that.
Bro,
Sketch
pedigree.
is judging.
That's
Jeez.
crazy. And Nikki Louise.
And Nikki
building
Louise,
as
of
well.
course.
Which, come on,
Yeah,
esteemed.
yeah,
Like,
Of course.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, and it's a good mix of of West Coast guys. It's all West guys.
Absolutely.
It's, it would have been cool to see like DDSS come and judge. That would have been sweet. Or
So
like
every battle's judged?
Every battle is judged.
We're throwing it back.
Every battle.
Any money on it? Or?
We might be. We can get there. We might.
When was the last time
I have
there was
to.
an
Put your money where your mouth is, boys.
I know now. Fuck it, right? I mean, honestly, the bragging rights of this battle is worth something that money can't buy.
That's
So
a fact, bro.
100. Like, yeah, fuck it. Yeah, we could throw $100 down, but that's not what it's about.
It's not going to be.
This is about
equivalent to the
so
pride
much
you
more
feel
than
getting
that.
that objective that
There should be a belt made for this.
That would be fucking
That's
cool.
sick, yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
actually down for
Set the
that.
bar high.
Get on it,
Mike.
Mike.
Come on. It's on you, player.
Get the
Want
chain.
that
Get the chain.
Slitter
Get the
Yeah.
STV chain.
I need that Trevor D custom.
Or a little championship ring or something, man. Like,
I want to be the heel manager and throw salt in the eyes.
hell yeah. That's what I need. Nah, for sure. No, all those, like, every single one of those guys is verified.
Yeah,
You know?
absolutely. No, they're stamped.
Like,
they're so credible. Like, every one of them has proven themselves in their respective field and their respective.
I have
lane.
zero qualms over
They
who's
love
judging the battle. Like,
100%, bro.
I think it's going to be as unbiased as it could possibly be. I think it's dope that we have a couple new, like Path is like kind of like he started, a lot later than us.
Yep.
So he's maybe not as in tune to the context of our battle, but he's such a student of the game and
Absolutely.
a scholar of the
he's
game
good.
that he's
one of the best.
more than certified
Shout out to
to
him.
judge a
Shout out
battle
him
like
earlier,
this.
too.
For sure, man. Shout out to Pat. Shout out to Pat.
Big shows.
And Nikki Louise, like all these people that we've known since we were kids, man. Like it's
No,
super
for-
dope.
for sure.
Super dope. I'm excited to see everybody again. Ruthless is coming down. Like, come on, man. Like, it's gonna be sick.
So heading further down the card, Chiva and Joey Malice.
Okay, this is a really interesting one. Chiva's been more active than Joey. Mm-hmm. Joey is more experienced than Chiva.
Yep.
The two are gonna collide, and it's gonna be like, I don't know if Joey's gonna have a lot of ring rust. I don't know if Chiva is gonna like. I know Chiva's gonna wrap circles around them. The question is it gonna be enough? I think it will be. But like Joey has. It's very high highs and very low lows. Let's put it that way. Like,
That's
he's
the
a
thing,
dynamic
bro.
guy. For
That,
sure.
that's the thing, bro. Like I saw Chiva choke in a rematch of a battle they had to do a rematch of because he choked in it. So you know what I mean? Joey 3-0, bro.
Yeah, it's tough.
What are we doing, bro?
It's tough.
No.
Nah, Chiva's ready for this, man. He's and ever since I saw his first battle, much like when I saw Joey's first battle against DP, I told Joey, I'm like, you might got something, bro.
He gets the fundamentals. That's the thing. I feel like that's the biggest barrier that a lot of people new to it have to clear.
He's Emcee.
Whether
you know
or
what I
not
mean?
they
He's
understand the
fundamentally
form.
good lyricist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
But
The question
and
is
whether they can transpose that to the context of what it is that
that
we do.
usually takes a little while. It
yeah,
takes,
there's
even with us too, like
Yep.
the material that we had for our battle, 12 years ago. We are so much more accustomed to how to deliver in battle rap now.
100%.
Joey is more accustomed to that than Chiva. I will say that. But I say Chiva probably has a higher ceiling than Joey. It's just a matter of, is he going to get there for this battle? Which I believe, but it's going to be really interesting. You're going to see a really good rapper against a showman.
Yeah.
And it's going to be what do you like more?
And that's the thing. That there's no limits with Joey. Like
Right.
as we've seen, and I think he's willing to go whatever distance is necessary.
That's
and
true.
I'll leave that—that's his prerogative.
Yeah.
How he
For
wants
better
to
or for
approach
worse,
this.
right?
Exactly. No.
Yeah.
But no, I think he also has the awareness of how he wants to approach this, and he knows how to turn it into a show. And I think that's the differentiator: is you can rap as well as you want, but if you can't get a crowd to engage in it, it's moot. And I think Joey, no matter what material he has, even, he's had rounds that he's choked completely that he's been more engaging than his opponents in because of just the awareness and how he presents himself to the crowd.
He also pulled a puppet out and then choked. So we're on the same. We're 1-1 there.
Yep. Okay. Fair play. Shout out Damien.
We're 1-1. Yeah, you could choke in a battle that was a rematch that you're just like redoing. That's equally as bad as pulling a puppet out, getting tagged in by copacetic, and then choking. Literally, like pisses me off so much. Like, why do you think people fucking hate Vancouver? Like, it's shit like that, man. Like, I'm so serious.
Bro, the smoke machine was broken. If the smoke machine was working, it would have been.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There
Was
you
it
go.
supposed to look like a ninja dropping a smoke bomb and then somebody appears or something like that? Or
Yeah, I think it was at least supposed to give it kind
Joey
of
had Damien in his hand or
ethereal
something
effect.
like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. It was supposed to be like the devil kind of poking out of the fog.
Yeah. But it was terrible.
It wasn't the best.
Cringeworthy.
and the devil forgot what to say.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I admire.
Shout out Joey though, man.
the
You're a good dude.
originality
I like
of
you.
it.
Shout out
That's
Cope.
That takes balls to try and pull that off in the middle of a battle.
What-
Well,
Yeah,
the tag choke is always one of the worst things that happens in a battle. Like
Yeah.
I know, like was it Willie?
Willie
tagged in
Patch,
Patch.
yeah.
Patch choked him. Like, oh no! Like,
That's the thing. I think I've
and that was after 10 minutes of Willie rapping. Like
Yeah.
it's like, come on.
And 20 minutes of his intro.
Yeah.
I've got too much OCD to want to cede any part of my round to anybody else.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Nah,
Like, I don't
yeah,
want to
nah.
do a 2-on-2 for that exact
too
reason.
risky.
I just want
It's too risky.
the exclusivity
Yeah,
of
let me
creative control.
cook, you know?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
like we think the same way. It's just like I'm just better than the guy next to me, so like whatever, right? Like I don't need another guy for a 2-on-2.
yeah.
I'm just gonna cook.
That's gonna put it over the top. Like
Yeah.
it's already there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And moving along, Channel 5 and Rocky Nelson.
This one's interesting too.
That's very interesting.
This
Channel
one's
5
very-
is my boy from back in the day, and then I'm
Yeah, say words. Shout out Channel 5,
Yeah,
man.
no,
Shout out Channel 5.
I was very impressed, I will say, with Channel 5 with the composure he had in the Willie battle. 'Cause
That's
I
true.
think especially for a newer battler.
That was like his second
that's-
battle or third battle, yeah.
That's kind of a strange situation to find yourself in.
100%,
You know, your opponent is spitting 10-minute rounds. Shout out Willie, quality control.
Yeah. Or lack thereof. But anyways.
You know, it's what it is. You know, you've been gone for a minute, so
Yeah,
you know you got to shake that off a little bit.
For sure,
But no, like I think for a newer guy, being faced with a crowd that was kind of reasonably disengaging, I think just due to the proportion of material, he managed to kind of hold his own and at least retain that engagement. So I did really respect that watching him, because that was the first time I was seeing him. But at the same time, man, if that's his second battle, this is what, his third, fourth at most?
He beat Noxie.
Dan's mad again, too.
And he beat Dan. I think Dan was his first battle. Willie was his second. Noxie was his third. So this is actually like a pretty like
Okay.
pretty
So
like
he's
gradual,
kind of-
like,
yeah,
he's not like
he's
getting
made his
up too
way up.
far, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Rocky is a good step forward for him at this point.
For sure.
Rocky is very aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
very loud. He puts punches together really well when he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
His problem is that he chokes sometimes and he can be a little bit inconsistent.
Yeah.
And now, having said that, I think Channel 5 has more tools to win this battle because of his insane freestyling ability.
Yeah,
He's got that sort of dynamic, like as soon as like Rocky needs to be foot on the gas, pedal to the metal the entire time.
And that's what I expect from him.
I would
though.
hope.
In fairness, I know he understands the magnitude. I think just the nature of the event gives everything so much more tangible stakes,
Yeah,
right?
100%,
You know, you are
100%.
battling for your team. You are earning points for your team.
Yeah.
There is a concrete output from these battles, and I think with that on the line, that's going to inspire us to see the best version of everybody on the card.
I
that
would
we've
certainly
seen.
hope so. I would certainly hope so.
absolutely.
And I've been motivating my guys, and I'm sure you've done the
Yep,
same with yours.
absolutely.
And, workshopping with everybody to make sure that they're at the best of their abilities come May 24th, man. I'm
sir,
super
man.
excited for it.
Nice. So,
I think we got two more.
Rev, Ron, and J.O.
Yeah, this is a crazy one. This is a crazy one.
This one is insane.
This
bro.
is like, and this kind of follows the theme that I was going at of a guy who's been putting in work for a little while and deserves a shot. And it's great that he can do it in a judged battle. It's like, this is a no lose. You know what? Like,
Unless
if you want to give Jo the point, you can. But this is a no lose situation for Revron.
It's gonna be. An
He
incredible
has
battle.
nothing to lose
I
here.
think
as
this
long
will
as
be
he
the.
loses in a good performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. But when has Revron ever had a bad performance?
Yeah, no,
right?
I have
like,
confidence. And
Well,
Revron's
actually,
been in great
The
battles.
Patron battle
he wasn't very good in the Patron battle.
He's had better.
Sort of mid. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if
But
he-
I trust.
even
I
if it's
trust.
a lack of
I trust that Revron's a smart enough guy that he knows what he's getting himself into.
Hopefully that
a
functions as
monster like
motivation for
Jo.
him.
You know. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's like Jo is one of the best guys in Canada. There's no
100%.
doubts about it, man.
wanna go.
I'm gonna see that guy one day.
Just a
You
metal
got, like
show
before
is
I get out of here, before I retire.
Absolutely, bro.
Me and Jo got to throw down.
Nice to
But
wash.
100%. Yo, Jo and Real Deal was an absolute.
Yeah, you were there for
wild
that,
battle.
eh?
Yeah, I got to see that in person.
Yeah.
No, I'm grateful I did because that was
those
sick.
did John Doe pay you yet? No, I'm kidding.
No comment. No comment.
John, no.
I don't want to. That's a little too low. That's a low blow. That's a low blow.
Yeah.
That's a low blow.
Yeah, if you want to talk about it, May
Yeah.
24th, you can talk about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, I'll save it. I'll save
Yeah,
it. I'll
yeah,
save
exactly.
it. No, but I heard, all things considered, I heard that event was cool. You know what I mean?
It was a very fire.
And yeah, I know Jo was showing me a lot of his material for Real Deal, and
Yeah.
it was like, this guy he's top tier, man. He's top tier.
100%.
Having
He's
said
one of the
that,
best guys in the country.
if he even just a little
Lost
bit
money,
doesn't
lots of
take him
shows.
serious, Rev Ron is going to surprise a lot of people. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people regardless.
Take the hit.
No, and that's the thing too. Like I was telling you, I think after the draft is Revron was. I'll walk my statement back a little bit. Revron was a guy I at least wanted as my 4th pick.
Right. Okay.
You know, I'll bump him up from 5th because yeah, I'm a huge fan of his. I think he's had great battles in the past.
Him and DP was insane.
crazy. Him and Jim West back in the day.
That's shout out Jim West,
Shout
man.
out Jim West,
Yeah.
man.
RJ,
Those
if you
were-
remember back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, he did have a good battle with
he's-
RJ actually. Yeah.
He's shown out and against a diverse array of styles as
RJ
well.
didn't
I
wanna
think
be
he
on any of your
translates
teams?
well because he has a good sense of what he does.
Right.
So
Yeah, no, Barjay kind of felt like he was above all that.
Oh yeah.
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 And you know what?
No.
For anybody who said that they didn't want to be a part of that, I totally understand.
Yeah.
Because if Barjay wants to battle me in fall, then being on my team, because me and Barjay are good buddies, I would have drafted him. But he doesn't want to put himself underneath me in that sense, where I don't really see it like that, but I understand. So I mean, shout out.
No, yeah, I don't feel like anyone on our teams is subordinate or like card placement even,
Sure.
renders you subordinate in any way. I
Yeah.
think that's just,
Is that the
that is
turf?
what it is.
It's
based
a
on the
creative
concept.
direction that he's trying to put himself in. I totally understand, right? I
Is that
respect.
the turf?
Yes, it's at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
turf.
it's at the
Yeah,
turf.
it's at the turf. Yeah.
Back at the turf.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, sorry, what? It would be so sick if it was at like the Red Room, though, man. Oh,
yeah,
my
yeah.
God, just back like
One
old
day,
times.
Maybe one day.
Pure
Yeah.
nostalgia, bro.
Facts, man, facts. But yeah, Revron Jo, probably my pick for Battle of the Night outside of me and him.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be
they
the
set
most
a very
contested.
high bar for us.
I think if like Jo goes first and shuts the room down and Revron comes back firing, people are gonna be like, "Oh shit, we got a battle," right? So I think this is gonna be, I think this is gonna be a split decision. But either way, I don't know. But it's gonna be like a 3-2 or a 4-3, I guess, because there's 7 judges.
yeah, because there's 7 judges.
Yeah.
That's
You know what? They're
crazy.
actually
I
might-
think
they might-
composition is gonna go some.
They might
some
cycle the
interesting
judges
ways.
out and do like best of 5, so that they don't have to like sit there and
Yeah,
judge
yeah.
every battle,
Oh,
but like
yeah.
all the guys are.
That's probably not a bad idea.
gonna be there for that.
My thing is like I don't judge. I've got asked to like battle title matches in Toronto and shit, and I'm like, no, I'm not.
No, yeah. You're just trying to watch.
I'm like, I don't judge anymore. Like when Slump Force was like, I don't judge.
Well, especially when you got to explain yourself after the fact. And
That's the worst. They
It's
never
so
tell you
subjective.
why.
It's like
You
there's
wanna
no-
judge. I'm like, I'll give you a card with somebody's name. written on
I'm
it.
not telling you
Yeah.
why I thought
I'm
the
not
other guy
articulating
won.
my rationale.
No,
whatsoever.
absolutely
No,
not.
I know,
Absolutely
that's-
not.
that-
I don't think that's fair to
Yeah,
people that
in
judge
the old
battles.
days, you'd have to do an interview, right?
Yeah.
It's
no,
like when
that's-
like UFC judges, if they get it wrong, they get it wrong. You don't interview them after the fact and be like, why did you
Sorry,
think
fuck
so and so? Yeah, like no.
I
no,
remember
no.
too, like
We pick the judges. It is what it is.
I think
Yeah,
one of the
exactly.
first
You live
shows
with
I
the
did.
outcome of
Yeah.
it.
One of the first shows I did, I think, was the Aspire Pigsty, and DDSS and Cody the Catch battled. And DDS was like,
That was a
cooking the first
crazy
2 rounds.
battle.
That's
they-
one of those Vancouver battles.
I
remember, like,
That's
Cody was,
the-
like,
the
cooking.
Vancouver
Cody was
heritage
cooking,
moments,
and DDS choked in the 3rd round, and somehow
And they
DDS
still
won.
gave him the win, and that was Ground Zero
Yeah,
Grand Prix.
yeah.
That was the first Ground Zero Grand Prix.
Yeah, it
Grand
was.
Prix,
But
yeah.
he ended up winning the
Exactly.
title, though, and
That's
Salute
right.
to
and in the
DDSS,
title match,
bro.
he was
Like,
like, he smoked.
I think
in
DDSS's
Yeah.
run is incredibly
It was.
underrated just
Yeah,
in
it
the
really
context
was.
of Vancouver battle history.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he does not have a judged loss to his name.
Yeah,
And there's
he was
so few
cooking,
people who
man.
can say that.
No, for
And
sure.
I went to, I remember like me and him stayed in the same room in Toronto when he got the GZ title.
He battled
And
Aftershock.
I remember like
Step
I was-
Easy in
yeah,
Toronto.
Step
Step
Yeah,
Easy,
yeah.
and I was standing
then
beside
Aftershock,
Organic.
that's the second
Organic
one,
was
yeah.
like, I love when da da da. I'm like by the second round, I'm like, this is already over.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Like,
bodied
fucking
step for sure.
forgot this.
He
Belt's
bought-
coming to Vancouver.
Hell yeah,
The chain, the silver GZ chain.
Shout out Dan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Big shouts to Dan. That's
Yeah.
That's a bucket list one I'll never get, but that's
Yeah,
That's
Dino
not
was
good.
the
we
answer.
might lure him back. You never know.
Yeah,
you never
and
know.
that's like, and then he just gave up the title. They wanted him. He defended it a couple times. He defended against Poe and
Poe, Aftershock.
Aftershock, and then
Because I was in the bracket for the
and then
second
they wanted
round
him to
tournament. I
battle
lost the
X
final
or
four.
something, and he was like, I'm good. And then like now he's a lawyer and like
Oh yeah, he's balling.
yeah.
He's
yeah,
100%. He's
yeah,
balling.
and he has a
It's cool
family
to
and
see him
stuff,
every
yeah.
once in a while, though. I think he came back when
He still comes to watch though.
yeah, every so
absolutely.
often
Yeah,
I
he
see
does
him.
well.
He'll be
Yeah,
smashing
yeah.
beers with us and like, man, I want to come back, man, I want to come back, and then like
Yeah,
never
yeah,
hear anything
yeah,
from him.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
It's like I would do the same
And
shit.
everyone's like pleased because like he was dope, man.
It's crazy though. When I
Oh, he
left,
has,
I
like,
was
a-
like,
he
never
got
came to events
nameless
or
the
anything,
one
and then
time.
just like
Yeah,
came
I
right
know.
back into it, right? Like,
That was the only really bad battle was Nameless.
yeah,
Yeah,
When he
which
got,
I
he
mean,
got
that
on the
was
main
kind
page,
of like
first
a,
main page one, and then it kind of like
for sure.
Yeah.
Nah,
you
yeah.
choked.
Taking y'all down memory lane, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna
It's
do a
just
lot of
so,
this. So I guess we're getting to the meat and potatoes of this.
Yeah.
now.
Brass
now
tacks,
we're
bro.
at the main course.
Yes, sir.
So, who would like to start this off?
Ellipsis, I'll let you go first.
Word. Okay. I mean, I've beat him already. I'm gonna do it again. Like simple as. You know,
win
I'm not.
If y'all have
concerned.
never seen me
I'm
and
not
this guy battle,
concerned.
look at his face when they announce the judges.
Bro, 'cause
That's
I-
all
I-
I'm gonna say.
I
This
was
guy
telling-
looked like he's seen a fucking ghost.
I was telling Sparka outside, bro. It's my first battle ever, and I literally blacked out during my rounds. I didn't know if I got them out. I didn't know if I said the material I wrote.
It's really
I'm, you know,
nerve-wracking.
I had
you
no
know,
idea
it's
that was
yeah,
yours.
it's a completely
very
different
hard
experience.
thing to do. It's
So
like,
they said I
oh,
won.
guys
I'll take
are
their
like-
word for it.
If we're being real, it could have gone either way.
It
It was
could.
a 3-2.
Not
It was a fucking close battle, right?
It was, yeah.
And you know
And it
what?
was-
And it's almost like it counts, but like this counts a hell of a lot more, man.
Exactly,
I'm not worried
yeah.
about what happened 12 years ago.
Yeah,
I'm really
no,
not.
It's not about that. It's about this.
This is
And
about
that's
legacy.
the-
This is
absolutely.
about respect. This is about who should be the face going forward. This is about
Exactly.
who should be the
On top of that,
future.
The city's grown up a lot since then too, so it's
Absolutely,
like
and we've grown with it. That's the thing.
100%.
I feel like both of us have helped to drive the growth, and
No,
we've
yeah,
really
yeah,
done
absolutely.
everything we
Absolutely,
can
man.
in
Yeah,
our
yeah,
capacity, right? As the faces
Yeah,
to put a spotlight on the city. Like
Yeah,
everywhere I've had the opportunity to go, it's all about
Yeah.
being
He's
able
battled
to
in
say, you know,
England and-
look at
Yeah.
Look
what
at
we're doing in
Vancouver, like,
Vancouver.
exactly.
Look at the
Right,
diversity
yeah.
of our roster. Look at the talent of our roster. Look at all of our guys who can go to toe to toe, no matter where I was, whether it was London,
Yeah.
whether it was Toronto, whether it was Columbus,
Straight up,
Ohio.
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
I'm able to say, look,
Never
like
got
our
smoked
guys
by
can,
nobody,
if you
you
want to
know?
set it up, we can go 5 versus 5. We can go
Yep.
10
Yeah,
versus
yeah,
10.
yeah,
It's a deep talent pool we've got here that I'm incredibly
And
proud
the same
of.
saying
I got
goes.
some bad girls in the mix too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
oh
do.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
shout out to the ladies, bro.
Yeah,
Shout out Beach Tits.
Beach
know?
tits,
Yeah.
coleslaw,
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
coleslaw.
yeah,
Shout out
yeah.
coleslaw.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I definitely. I'm proud of the.
I love
the-
seeing the women like just like
going in.
yeah,
going in.
and that's a big change from when we started too. Because
100%.
you know, it used to be a boys' club.
No, and
Now
we
I
both
feel
have
there's
like
a lot more
we
parity.
both have
Yeah.
fostered that like each individually and together like where you know think about where it was when we were kids
Yeah.
yeah,
and where it is now.
Yeah.
And you can see the influence that we have on these guys, right?
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's a really cool thing to see, and I'm honored.
Yeah.
And I'm honored to share this with you because
Absolutely, bro.
we couldn't do this without each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely,
And this
bro.
is like
Absolutely.
we are rivals because
Yeah.
like we represent different things.
Yep.
Right? But it's been a mutual respect all the way. I love you like a family member, bro.
Absolutely,
100%.
bro. Absolutely.
But having said that, fuck you, I'm gonna smoke you 30 rock.
yeah, no,
Easy fucking work.
Hey, it's a big difference.
So
I'm gonna show y'all. Show y'all.
Here we
May
go.
24th.
Here we go.
Rivals at the turf. Come on.
yeah.
them 4-minute rounds, not like this gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt you more than it hurts me, big dog. I'm telling you.
Oh.
I'm
You guys
telling
are
you.
doing 4 rounds?
Yeah, we're doing 3:34 minutes somewhere in
We're
there.
doing threes. We're doing threes, bro.
We're doing
I
threes?
can chop to threes.
You can do threes?
I
Okay.
just did out in Niagara, bro, and I caught myself. With
I
30,
think
so
what
it's-
Mike said was like 3:30.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
he said
Yeah.
we'd let
like
it rock.
max 4.
I don't think
I'm
he's
sitting
gonna
at
be
about
like.
I finished my first rounds about 340.
Yeah.
So like that's
Okay,
kind
word.
of. But like you can't bitch about that, bro. I could rap for fucking 8 minutes.
that just
Whatever,
means I got
man.
a right to
And I said there was
Exactly.
1 minute rounds.
Yeah,
1
yeah.
minute rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 more. Yeah,
That-
I
that's
think
true.
we-
The first time
were
we
we
battled,
doing
it was
60
60s.
seconds?
It was 60s.
That's
bro.
insane.
That's crazy. Fuck.
We have so
60s,
much
bro.
more to say to each other now. I got a lot to say to this guy. I'm sure he's got a lot to say to me.
Absolutely. There's so much.
And like it's about like what this really means to me is like how are we going to represent Vancouver going forward? Who's going to be the guy? Who's going to be the guy they look at and say that's the fucking guy, that's the face of Vancouver, everybody else falls in under him. You know? And whether if it's me or it's Ellipsis, you know what? I think we're in good hands
good
either
hands.
way, to be completely
Absolutely.
honest with you.
And these guys been
yeah.
around so long, they've seen all the like new
We-
people that come to.
in and
They,
come
they,
and
they, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They come and they're like they've watched you on YouTube, and it's like.
But I just
they're
think-
fans already, and then
Yeah.
you know what I mean. And then
I want us to be
become part
taken
of the scene
seriously,
and, like,
and I want us to, and I feel like it's my time to be the guy to bring the culture forward, to move the culture forward. And I hate that it's got to be you, bro, but that's what it is, man. It is what it is.
bro.
So, that being said, it's kind of I don't know. What matters more to you, a victory for your team, or a personal victory against your opponent? If you had to pick between the two,
That's a good question.
That's a really good question, and I feel like
Wow, that's a great question.
I think as a captain, there's an additional accountability.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I feel like as much as obviously we're very invested in our battle, like he just said, there's those stakes, right? It's legacy, it's the representation.
This
of
is
the
the
city
goal.
moving
This is
forward.
whoever wins this
This
battle.
is,
They're
you
gonna
know,
in 5 years, 10 years, they're gonna say they're the best to come out of
Vincent Van
Vancouver.
Gogh. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
what it is. 100%.
But at the same time, because we're taking on this additional task of fostering the teams, and these are the guys that we personally have stock in. We pick them out of this pool, and we have the utmost faith in their abilities. I feel like it means so much more to be able to coach and to lead them to a victory than it does to be able to claim it for ourselves. And I think that's just the perspective I've got to have as a captain, in addition to a battler on my team.
you know one thing Mike could almost do, because this is a good enough event. This should be like a yearly thing, right?
Right?
I think we're gonna. I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. We could do. I was just thinking in my head as he was talking. I'm like, Bar J and G show would be a really good rivals match or something like that.
I know what he was thinking about, and it's going to be kind of a crazy one for rivals too. if it
Yeah,
goes through, but
cool.
We should do it so the captains pick the next year's captains, and the winner gets first pick.
Interesting.
So to answer your question, the winner. Oh yeah, that's not bad.
You get to pick the captains for next year's.
Oh,
That's cool.
That's stakes.
I like
That's
that.
interesting.
I'm gonna talk to Mike about that one.
We go see.
100%.
As somebody who plans
But
on
no,
winning, I'll
Because then
talk
you
to Mike
kind of
about
earn
that.
your way to like having hands in an event you get to watch next year. You don't have any of the pressure, you know what I mean?
Totally.
So to answer your question, it's almost like I have to answer this in two different parts because they're equally important in different ways. Because, like he said, it's crucial to bring the culture forward by, giving what you learn to the guys coming up and letting them sort of take the ball and run with it, so to speak, and to have your name and on a, have to be the team that won carries a different sense of pride than it would be if
You won your
then I won the battle versus Ellipsis. But they also kind of tie in together because the winner of this battle is going to be the guy that all the young guys look up to.
That's what I was gonna say.
So they're kind of blended together. So I would say that let's be real. It's probably going to be pretty close by the time. I bet you me and his battle is going to decide what happens moving forward. It'll probably be, what is it, like 4-2 or 3-all before we end up going at it.
And ours is weighted more heavily because it is the main event. So I think it's
So we're worth three. We're worth
pretty
threes.
good.
So
Yeah.
even if Team Ellipsis is up 2 battles and I 30 rock Ellipsis, then we win and then it means more for. But I think it's the battle between us kind of answers both questions.
Yeah,
I think so.
And that's what I was gonna say. Is I think if it's about whose team wins, it's bigger than us. But if it's about which one of us wins, it's still bigger than us.
Exactly.
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
you're right. You're right.
I
Good way to
think
put that. I like that.
carries so much
That's a
more
bar.
weight regardless.
You know what else? After, then you should come do Compliment Battle at Fort Love.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We can be friends after, man. We can be friends. I already showed this guy a bunch of love, but fuck him though. You know?
Yeah, he knows what it is.
Yeah,
Like,
I know.
really
We know what
can't
it is,
match.
man. Like
Okay.
it's you don't get
Yeah.
you don't get this. You don't know a
Fuck,
guy
I
like
love you,
this for this
motherfuckers.
long. Love you too, brother. Appreciate it, man.
I'll see you there.
Hell yeah, brother. I better see you there. Fuck yeah. But yeah, you don't like me and this guy have known each other for like 13 years, man. You know?
absolutely.
So like you earn a respect, and we've both like built the scene in different ways, and you learn it, you admire and you respect the other person for that, right? But when it comes down to like it's like a fight. It's like it's me versus him,
You know,
and one of us has to win.
You
you know?
It's incumbent upon both of us to do what we can to beat the other.
100%,
You know,
man. Like,
regardless, like it's love at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But it's also, you know, you got to show that by the.
it's
how
the most. It's
seriously
the
you take
the greatest sign of respect would be to try to fucking smoke you as hard as I possibly can.
absolutely, and you know
Right?
that's mutual.
Yeah, hell yeah, hell
You
yeah.
know that's
I'm
mutual.
pumped now. Hell yeah, let's go, man.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Yeah, no, I mean like we're all family. Vancouver's been a family for a long time, and we support each other, and it's like I said before. I'm grateful to have this moment. I'm grateful for Ellipsis that we could come together and do this, because there's nothing like this going on in Canadian battle rap right now.
In battle
Shout
rap
out to
in
Mike.
general, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Big shouts to Mike.
Shout out to
This
Mike.
is-
This was I saw this vision from years back. He wanted to do this, and we put all the pieces together, and now this feels like a UFC event. It feels like a WWE like World Heavyweight Championship.
Like
you know,
pay-per-view.
100%, man.
Yeah,
This
no,
exactly.
absolutely.
It's like there's so much at stake. You're invested. This is what battle rap is all about, man.
Absolutely.
100%.
This event totally could have had a merch table.
Oh, we got shirts
yeah,
coming.
yeah. Do we
shirts.
want to drop that on them?
I'll show. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, no, we're gonna be
yeah.
able to get Team Wild or Team Ellipsis shirts.
Yeah, we
I
got
already got my
shirts.
design done.
Yeah, I got mine.
You got yours done?
It
Okay,
looks
cool.
fresh,
Yeah, mine
bro.
does too. I'm fucking I'll show you mine like
Yeah,
later or
likewise.
whatever.
Okay, yeah. Who designed your shirts?
Shouts to Lil Corey.
Yeah, Corey, Coyote.
Nice.
Corey, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. He was. I was impressed.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like, I didn't know he was that good at that.
I didn't know that was up his alley.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
hit
I
him
know.
up for my merch in the future.
Absolutely, yeah.
Shout
we're
out to
gonna
Lil
take this in new
Corey,
directions.
Coyote Corey.
Oh yeah.
Big
So yeah,
shout.
you guys come to the
Yeah.
battle. You can rep Team Wild. You can rep Team Ellipsis. Whoever you want. It's
Yeah.
gonna be super dope to see like who picks who and who rides with who, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
talk of wild shit, man.
know,
It's,
you
it's
can-
all fun, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's. I'm not feeling any type of way about it, because
No, absolutely.
once the work's already gonna have been done. By the time we get there on May 24th, it's just about enjoying the
celebration.
moment.
Unwrapping the presents.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, no doubt. So we're coming up on about 6 minutes left. Do you guys got any factions, crew, sponsors, wives, family
go.
you want to shout out? Pets?
Well, shout out Bib Gang,
Oh, yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
shout out
absolutely.
shout out all the guys at In Another Life, my brothers, you know. Shout out everybody at Set the Bar. Shout out Mike. Without you, none of this could happen. And we give you shit all the time. Of
course.
Especially in May.
Quit
but-
reminding him.
But you know we got love for you. And like I said, none of this is possible without you. I want to shout out Ellipsis. I hate that it had to be him, like I said before. But this is it's time for a new face. It's time for a change in culture. And it's time for me to be the guy that I set out to be 10 years ago, 12 years ago. And that's the best to ever do it in this city. So that's what I'm coming to do.
And as somebody who's been the best to do it ever in this city, you know, it's heavy as the head. But shout out, Mike. I appreciate you. We give you a warranted amount of shit. I would say it's proportionate to the amount of shit you put us through.
He's so dumb,
But
man.
You're the architect, bro.
Yeah, he is the architect.
You get to put us through the shit because it's your vision. So I appreciate you making this
wise
happen.
man.
I appreciate you.
Oh,
Yeah, the
yeah,
wise
no, no.
stingray. The wisest of stingrays.
Yeah.
You know, you made this happen. You gave this, I think, the most palpable sense of stakes we've had in any kind of event in Vancouver, let alone Canadian battle history. Like this really is going to be monumental. May 24th, everybody, don't be dumb. Get your tickets. It's going to be an absolute movie. Shouts to all the rocks I've got at home holding me down. Livy, Loki, Hank, I love you guys. And yeah, my Team Ellipsis, come on, handpicked the top half of my draft list. Shouts to the bottom half of my draft list on this guy's team.
Unreal.
Shouts to this guy. You're going to hear a lot about the lizard people when my team is 7-0 up and I get to talk my shit. You'll hear a lot about the banking system, a lot about the sewer system. You're going to hear a lot about... It's going to be crazy. You want to be there in the building for it, but no, like on a serious note, man, this is about Fan City legacy. It's been an honor to represent this city. It's been an honor to be amongst the talent that this city has cultivated, and everything I do is just to put a spotlight on it. So I'm proud of what we've done. I'm grateful for what we've done, and I'm excited for what we're about to do, man.
And there will be no bigger spotlight than May 24th, Mike Wild versus Ellipsis, man. Team Wild versus Team Ellipsis.
Get your tickets.
Let's go.
That's all I got to say.
So, there we go. Vancouver. Two of the Godzilla and King Kong of the battle rap in Vancouver scene. And, it's about to be a movie. Y'all need to make sure you make it out to the turf for that. I want to thank both of these gentlemen. I'm a fan of both of your work, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get you guys both out here for this, but I love it, man. I can't wait to watch the episode back, and I can't wait for the event. I'm going to be there, and and I remember that there was rumblings about this last year at Fully Reloaded, because I remember
That's right, when I battle Shine.
you battled G-Show, and then
we had to lay the foundation.
He kind of called me out. G-Show, and that's kind of where the ball got rolled.
I remember. I know.
We always knew that this rematch was going to happen.
This was
I'm so happy that this is the moment.
How it unfolded.
This is the culmination.
Oh,
there's been a lot building towards this moment.
For sure. Man.
Yeah. It happened the way it was meant to happen.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, bro.
Nice. So that being said, Vancouver, I am your host. Solo tonight. Shout out to K-Ski and Rise Def Beats, my other two teammates, and Jack of all trades as well. And shout out to these two gentlemen, Ellipsis. Mike Wild, it's going to be a motherfucking... It's going to be nasty. Dog fights. King Kong Godzilla. That's the best way I can put it. So stay beautiful, Vancouver. Thank you for supporting us throughout all of this. And look forward to seeing y'all at that event. I'm Kavawon. Peace. Shit, how do I stop this shit? Stop.